and welcome back to Have Your West Ham View. I'm Sam.
I'm Tom.
We're back with another video. We're back to do a little review on the last couple of games. So the games are coming thick and fast. So we're going to probably be doing quite a lot of double headers.
Yeah,
double headers. Today we're going to be talking about the Liverpool away game on Sunday at 2 o'clock and the game yesterday evening against Lincoln away. Tom, let's crack on with the Liverpool game. Good game.
Yeah.
We always seem to start well there. We always seem to actually give them a go in recent years. But there's always one outcome, isn't there?
Always. I think Moyes' record away from home just isn't the best, is it, against top six sides?
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, he hasn't won a game, has he? He's never won a game. It is
19
ridiculous.
games away. Chelsea, Liverpool,
United,
City,
the big
teams.
all the big boys, yeah. But, we'd like to beat him every so often, of course, but we're picking up results against teams like Brighton, hopefully Villa in a couple of weeks, and Newcastle, etc., and you can't complain.
No.
But yeah, you're right. It's about time we beat one of them, isn't it? Really, we played good football.
Yeah,
just got caught cold of a mistake, but we started the game off really well.
We started the game brilliantly. The tempo was brilliant.
Kept the ball well.
Yeah. Soucek this season, I know we're obviously going to talk about the first big moment in the game was actually through him, but him overall this season, I've been one to slag him off many a time, but I think it's evident. You put him in that number. I'm going to say number 10.
Box to box midfielder.
Yeah, I'm going to say number 10, but that's a bit complimentary of Soucek's ability on the ball. But get him in and around the box.
Yeah,
he causes havoc, and that header was a proper header as well.
Great
how
save,
Alisson got down to that.
Yeah, well, you would have wished Soucek was in the box for Antonio's chance. Really. I mean, Soucek's been playing really well. I think the big complication and issue for Moyes is going to be with playing either him or playing Kudus. I think it's either you kind of play a more defensive setup with Soucek, or you go offensive with Kudus in that cam role and Soucek on the bench with Ward-Prowse and Alvarez sitting, Kerr on the wing. It's just whether I don't know. Yeah, but Soucek's been playing well.
Yeah, I mean, we actually didn't even, and I've just talked about loads of games. I just thought about it as well.
He scored in the opening. Yeah, he scored in it, didn't he?
Reviewed that properly, and obviously we were there for that one. So I mean, but we don't have to go into that too much.
We did a prediction for that, didn't we?
It was what it was. We went 1-0 down, as we always do at home in these European group games. Again, who was it? The other one, Zagreb, obviously beat us. We don't ever do well at home in those cup games. You concede one and everyone kicks into life. But talking about Kudus, Soucek, whatever, Kudus was brilliant in that game. He was the shining light. Obviously got both the goals. I think the first one ended up being awarded to him, the little one goal.
He did, 2 goals. It was AZ that we won down against in the semi-final, didn't we?
Yeah. We just keep going 1-0 down in these games. I think we went 1-0 down to Anderlecht.
We may have done. Yeah, we always just fight back.
We do.
Yeah,
it takes that thing to kick us up the arse. But Kudus got us up the pitch. He caused the problems. He was there for the goal. Obviously, Benrahma did well on the wing, but. It's going to be a tough one, but I'm liking the new Soucek, and he obviously scored last night against Lincoln, but we'll get to that shortly. The Antonio sitter.
Oh, it was on a plate. I mean, he actually mistimed everything. I mean, do you know what? I'm going to go out there and say it's totally deserved. He gave it the big in before the game on his stupid podcast.
He'll do a podcast.
But he gave it the big in before the game, and it was bound to happen. He missed a sitter, and he'd have a crap game.
I don't mind it. If he backs it,
you got to back it, haven't you?
But it doesn't bother us. He's the only one mugging himself off. But then when he does it, it's then a bit embarrassing for everyone involved, isn't it? Like our strikers out there
just puts the pressure on him even more, doesn't it? It puts the pressure on him more to bury it. But
when he ain't on form anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, he's doing all right this season. He scored at Chelsea, Brighton. Yeah, he was on form.
Yeah, he was
just
on form.
Bloody just missed a typical Antonio. But
I just worry about him in those big away games.
I
don't know if he is. I don't know. At home, I fancy him, but away from home, I just don't. Especially in the big games, they don't really turn up.
I think it's the typical under Moyes. We just don't take our chances against the big six away from home. That's what it is.
We don't. And Liverpool do. Obviously, the first goal, the penalty. By the way, I put Salah in my team this week.
Yeah,
I knew what was going to happen.
Fair enough. Yeah,
he scored all the time. I think we're the team that he scored the most goals against in the Premier League.
Yeah,
10 goals now.
Wow.
Stat. But yeah, obviously he rinsed knife in the box, and I saw at half time actually. Ogerd went over to him and was giving him
covering his mouth. He's doing all that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's probably going, "Oh, you ran into my leg," but you leave your leg out there.
Yeah, the last thing you do is dangle your leg in the box. So Salah, arguably one of the most historical divers in all time for football. He just doesn't. He goes down with a little touch.
Yeah, I mean, arguably, if he didn't make the tackle, he'd have skinned him and would have put it away.
But you just stand him up, and if he scores, he scores. You just try and block the shot, don't you?
Yeah.
Or you show him wide. The last thing you do is leave a leg.
I think it's a tough one, but ultimately, doesn't matter what the situation is. It's Naya for good again.
Yeah.
And I don't want. I've sat on here and I've said that he's a Rolls Royce before, and that game against Leeds away, he was brilliant.
I've never said he's a Rolls Royce.
He's always got
that
sort of. He's got the mistake, and he's got that sort of. He makes you bite your tongue and like, oh no.
I said it a couple of weeks ago. He's really good at the hard stuff. When it comes to the easiest, the basics, he's just always causing mistakes.
The crossfield balls,
the
last ditch slide tackles. But it's the short passing.
The basics, isn't it?
The basics,
it's the basics.
It's not good. It's not good. And he was at fault for their first goal, and McAllister's ball for their second goal. But, well, let's finish off the first half because obviously Bowen's goal.
Yeah, great bit of build-up play, wasn't it? Great bit of build-up play. Kufa got the assist again. He got the assist against City as well, didn't he? It
was a bit of a carbon copy, really. Obviously,
was.
Ward-Prowse's goal was a bit more free in the box. Bowen's probably a little bit better because he had a lot more to do. But very similar to the City goal, and also very similar. Shout out to Soucek, as you said, he's been probably one of my opinion. He's back to his best. People are slating him a little bit. I don't really know where that's come from, but just after the stroke of half time, we had that dead ball free kick just by the corner flag. It was basically a corner, and it was put right on Bowen's head. Right on the edge of the 6-yard box, completely free.
Straight anywhere but there, wasn't it?
Anywhere, mate. And this isn't about Alisson Say. This is all about Bowen there. And he scored 4 in a row away from home. But come on, man.
God, that was harder than his actual goal. I mean,
you put it away.
You have high expectations of Bowen because of how he's playing.
Yeah.
But he's got buried out. I get that. Yeah, he should have scored.
He'll be kicking himself.
Yeah.
He'll be kicking himself. But it's exactly the same. Just like we were talking about the goal, which was the same as City. That was the same as City. Corner. Zuma.
Yeah. Let's just make it 2-1 as well, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
And I'm not sitting here saying we would have won the game if he scored, but if Bowen put that away, I fancy us to get something out of the game at least.
Definitely.
Against Liverpool on the weekend. But apart from that, they obviously ended up, when they went 2-1 up, we put some, made some changes.
On the game up, didn't it, really?
Fornals on over Ben Rama.
Yeah, and again, I mean, Kuda's come on, he arguably should have started as well. Fornals over Ben Rama was questionable. And Cornet's just invisible. I mean, I'd have preferred him at this point to get a goal. Fornals is much more of a defensive option these days.
I think he went with the sentimental, well, not sentimental, but
the experience.
The experience at Anfield. Obviously, Fornals has scored goals at Anfield, which is funny to say. But I do feel for Fornals, but his end product's always been the thing that's let him down. And if he had that in his game, I believe he'd be starting every week for West Ham now, without a doubt. But he's just ending. I mean, did he have a chance? He had a P roller, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
And it's just like, it's just same old.
Straight at the keeper, yeah.
It's just same old with him. But look, it's
Liverpool.
It's 2 losses on the bounce.
City and Liverpool. I think I finished top 2, to be honest.
Had we have lost last night, and we'll get on to Lincoln now. Had we have lost against Lincoln last night, then we'd have all been feeling down in the dumps.
Yeah, definitely.
Not free on the spin because we beat Bakatopa or in between. But if we're beating City, losing against City, beating Bakatopa, losing Liverpool, then losing Lincoln.
Yeah. But if we've obviously lost to City and Liverpool, we've actually won the games we should have won.
Yeah.
The Europa League match and this one. So I think, these midweek games have given us the opportunity to build momentum and just keep on top of things. We've got, obviously, Sheffield United in the weekends, and then we've got Freiburg in the week. So it's a chance to really pick up 3 wins on the bounce and go into that Newcastle game the week after with a bit of confidence.
Good point, mate. If we don't, I mean, Sheffield United got absolutely pummeled. We'll do a little review on that.
Yeah,
they got pummeled 8-0, so we should go there and really give them a go.
Definitely.
Well, not go there; they're coming to us. So
we should back.
Bit of history in the fixture as well. But as I say, let's go over the Lincoln game in more detail. So, obviously it weren't televised. We were probably all listening to it on Radio 5 Extra.
Yeah. So Ironworks Tour did a little stream on Facebook.
Shout out to Aaron. He did a little 15-minute video for everyone. But I reckon his battery was low, and he's like, "No, I've got to turn this off," which was a shame. But apparently Ben Johnson had a good game.
Hit the post and all, didn't he? Nice strike.
Yeah. Stats look good, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, Lincoln, though, isn't it?
What I saw on the socials today was, has Ben Johnson ever had a bad game at left back?
Yeah, I'd never really thought he was awful.
No, I never thought he was awful, but there's some games where you thought, I think he was liable. Remember the ones where he didn't pick up his man at the back post? I just think he's a better left back than he is a right back.
I used to say as well he could do a job as centre back because he's not very attackingly minded and he's quite defensive and he won't get out of position as much. He scored a goal at right back. I remember Villa away, and Declan Rice also scored at the edge of the box, and that was everyone's thinking, "Oh, Ben Johnson looks decent." And he just faded away.
I do agree, but I think looking at the way Cresswell played against Topola, I know he got taken off just after half. I think he got took off at half.
Didn't look interested, did he?
He didn't look interested. He had a little bit of a knock, but I'd push Ben Johnson up to number 2. Obviously, Emerson's playing out of his skin at the moment. Well, on Emerson, and I saw it a bit in the Liverpool game. When we do go down,
head drops
his head drops a bit, and he pushes quite high up to try and get the game going.
And then he leaves space. He did against City. He left the space and they went 3-1 up.
Yeah. And I feel like that's then kind of sucking the AF out and it's causing problems at the back. So that's what I'm probably going to drop Moyes a text tonight, actually, and just let him know. But no, Emerson needs to
chill a little bit. Do the basics.
Do the basics. But going forward, when we're on attack, brilliant. Him and Paqueta down that wing.
But I mean, Johnson's fighting for a contract. He's been told he's probably not going to get one. Him and Connor commentary, so he's going to want to prove himself week in, week out.
Yeah, I don't want him to go. I don't want him. You know, he's an academy graduate. He's a West Ham boy.
Yeah,
I want him to
good in the dressing room.
Be given another chance, and he was last night. Yeah, I thought Moyes was going to phase him out proper, but he's given him a chance from the off. And he also gave Super Danny Ings a chance from the off.
Again, did it in the Europa League and all.
As we said, we were there Leicester away last game of the season. That sitter, 6 yards out. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That was, and apparently
that's what he's known for as well. Like these 6-yarders.
I know. This is what he's about. He's built his career on it. We've seen it, right? It's not just like he's had a good career. I've seen it over the years, but it seems now as he heads towards the end of his career, that killer instinct, that finishing product,
it's gone.
Phasing, isn't it?
It's gone.
It's faded.
The Lincoln one, he's done the hard work and he's passed the ball well wide of the post. Cornet was on for a little pass, I think, as well.
Yeah,
and
it's hard to say because obviously when a striker's going through like that, their head down.
Yeah,
but he could have played for Cornet, but come on,
hit the target minimum. But you just roll it through roll it either side of the keeper. It is basics.
Just hit the target.
Hit the target. If you miss, you miss, but don't put it wide. And then you look at the Bayern Mbamba. It's frustrating for him.
Yeah.
What's the? I mean, we're paying all his money. I did understand the signing last season. We're struggling to find goals. He scored a couple against Forest. Obviously, scored against Ghent. Skamaka got injured. It made sense, but we should have got him on a 6-month contract or whatever. We should have loaned him in even from Villa.
He's another one of those players that I feel like if we ship him in January, he'll go to Sheffield United and he'll put 6 or 7 away.
He will, yeah.
But he needs a run of games, but then he ain't going to get there with Antonio in the team.
He needs to play 2 up front.
We need 2 up front, and I feel like Ings again is a player. If he gets 1, he'll get 2. He got that 2 against. We won 4-0 last season against Forest, and he scored a couple. Yes, he might miss half his chances, but he's always in that box. He's always there.
Yeah.
But that killer instinct.
Do you think he'd have buried the one against Liverpool? Antonio missed? Probably.
Oh. I can't comment on his game at West Ham because I ain't seen him.
Yeah.
6 yards out, completely free, with a ball coming across to him.
Yeah, you ain't. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, no, you're right.
I ain't. So it's hard to say, but based on Danny Ings that we know, yeah. But I said because obviously Callum Marshall and Keelan Casey both got into the squad, so big shout out to them. Massive. I mean, that's massive, right? Yeah. You're in the first team squad on the bench. You've travelled.
They deserve it, rightly so, yeah.
100%. But then they must be looking at Divine.
Yeah.
It's hard because Mubama's breakthrough season was only last year. Like we are. What do we expect? Like
he was knocking the door the season before that as well. He was knocking the door. I think with what happened with Sonny Perkins as well, I think the pressure filled on Moyes, especially. We saw he was an exciting project, disappeared. Yeah. Harry Ashby disappeared. I think it's just the pressure around the academy, which is probably making us a bit impatient.
Yeah. We've seen it with Rice. We've seen you've got Freddie Potts who's gone to Wickham.
He looks good.
He's gone to League One. Scored a banger, didn't he? Proper banger. But you want these players to be going to sides coming back and then getting into the team. Not Rice, he obviously played and he got put straight into the first team. And if that doesn't happen, there's got to be a reason, right? Mbama played in pre-season. Why is it not working? But we could do a probably whole episode on that. Let's move on because we're already up at 15.
Yeah.
So Soucek scores again. you know, he scored. What's that? How many in a row now?
He scored against in the cup game, just in a Europa and a cup game, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he didn't score in the Premier League. I think he had a big chance against Bournemouth first game of the season with the post. He's looking dangerous in front of goal.
He is.
And he saved the day, really. We didn't look our best. They actually had a hell of a lot of chances. He scored an offside goal. But Soucek just a set piece again. Then Rama put on a plate for Soucek. It might have been an own goal. I can't actually see from the highlights whether it did touch him. But obviously, he's going to claim it.
Yeah.
But I saw a tweet actually about how, you know, he's been around for almost 5 seasons now. He's been there since we got in Europe. And I think this is his fifth season. I think because he was there the Huddle season, 4 or 5. And you know, he's been there through Europe. He's helped us survive. Like, he's becoming a bit of an old school West Ham player.
He is. We all love him.
Yeah.
We just want him
back to
his best, and don't want his passes to be bottling like Radoslav Kovac.
Yeah.
We don't want
him in that deep area to do that. Yeah.
We want him knocking people out of the way, being in and around the box, you know, getting his shots off on target, whatever it may be. So I'm liking Soucek in the last few weeks.
Definitely.
Obviously, they actually picked the goal. Apparently, Lincoln played really well, and they were unlucky to not at least get a goal. They did score. Offside, wasn't it?
Yeah. Offside. It looked like it might have been going in, to be honest. And I think he's nicked it off him. But either way, a clean sheet away from home in the cup against anyone's never easy.
No.
And you use it and you build the momentum. You look at Paqueta, you look at Ward-Prowse, Antonio, Bowen, all left at home, and I think a few more. So again, it's just nice that they got to rest and they got to see the boys still get a result.
Yeah, Maxi Cornet got given 66 minutes. And it's funny because Cornet actually got the nod last week against Bakatopola.
Right.
For that late substitution.
Yeah.
And
I didn't see that.
I was really annoyed. Yeah, he was there.
Oh, sorry. I was away, wasn't I? I was in Portugal.
Oh yeah,
sorry, I did see. Yeah, I did.
But he brought on Cornet over Obama, and that's the frustration. But this week he started Cornet and he's given Obama. So obviously Cornet is going to be up him in the pecking order because Moyes was talking about putting Cornet as a striker anyway. So it's a tough one, but there we are. And finally, obviously the draw. So we have the Gooners at home.
We don't get an easy round 4. We do not ever get an easy round 4.
I mean, who was it going to be?
Yeah,
United. Who was it going to be? It was going to be United or Arsenal, obviously with the whole Rice thing. It'd be lovely to knock them out the cup, but they're in the Champions League this year. How serious are they going to take this competition? I know it's a mentality thing.
Yeah, they've had a week aside against Brentford. I would like us to go full strength, to be honest. I think this is a chance for us to win this cup. I think if we get through this round, a lot of Premier League teams are out already. 10 teams, I think. So
people saying, "Oh, I don't care about it. We're in this, that." We're West Ham.
Right?
Let's chill out with one of our first trophy in 43 years, and it's nice. But
let's win.
If we have a day out at Wembley in spring,
you get to semi-final, didn't you? You get to Wembley. Yeah, it'd be unbelievable.
Claret and blue. That'd be mega, mate.
Yeah.
But there we go. We'll wrap it up. A bit longer than we thought it would go, but I think we've covered 2 games, so it's fair enough. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, and I'm going to try and find it.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Turn notifications on. The viewer counts are going up. We've had like 160 odd views in our last video, which is brilliant. It's really good to see. So we really appreciate everyone sticking around. As we have said previously, if you didn't know, we've also got a website selling West Ham official merchandise. No crap, real stuff, proper stuff. So I sound like Tom Skinner, don't I? Fucking hell. You want a couple of chili beers? So that's in the description as well. Good to have you back, T-Boy.
Yeah, see you in the next one.
Thanks for tuning in.
Come on, you on.